Alright, first lap. We're gonna rip Featherly's real quick. I had an loan to get again today. Like usual. We're probably gonna do same 4 trails as we usually do. It's a little bit wet today, so hopefully the trails are nice and nice and fast and not slidey. Coming up on the first jump. Almost case that. Don't think it's gonna be the fastest day. Maybe once the sun comes out it'll dry out a little bit. Speed up. Braking bumps. Oh, so close to not clearing that. Both jumps have been about the same. Landing wise, hopefully something's different because this one hurts a lot more to case. Perfect. We got a nice little whip in there. My whips are definitely improving. Alright, we're almost done with the trail. Really fast section right there. Alright, here we go. That is Featherly's. See you next lap. Alright, we're gonna do a return to sender lap. Make sure we get clipped in. Not sending anything too big yet today, but maybe hit a few jumps. Yeah, what am I kidding? I'm gonna hit everything I can. One day I'm gonna try to double in this jump right here. Don't know what the move is on that berm. The G-force is getting onto this. Oh, cased that step down really bad. Maybe I'll hit the drop later today. Not yet. Plus I'm alone, so maybe not today. Oh, gotta double that. Cross over to where it connects to Tekanite, which is one of the trails I raced in the enduro race. I ended up winning the intermediate class in that race. No one. Got second overall. There's 2 more, I believe, and I might be gone for both of them, so hopefully I can get in another enduro race or 2 before the season is over. Alright, see you next lap. Alright, we're gonna rip a quick sector lap. Hopefully get double backs are close today. That's a bummer. Really hoping to hit Goliath today, but I'm sure it's pretty wet. But these are usually the wettest trails, so I don't quite understand. Really hope I'm recording. Oh my god, I unclipped mid-jump. That was so sketchy. There we go. That was not sketchy at all. I think I need to tighten that clip. Haven't really had any issues with my right one, but that left one is problems. Oh! Sent that one way too big. So I cruised to that rock garden. Oh, holy rim strike. That was really bad. Oh my gosh. Still have front tire pressure, that's good. Probably another dent though. Oh, that's overall a pretty good lap. A few sketchy parts, a few good parts. Had a few good whips on both sides, one of which I came unclipped on my left side. I'm gonna go in and get a multi-tool or something and tighten that up, because I don't want to be unclipping mid jump. But alright, that is sector 12, and I will see you next lap. Alright, not sure what we're gonna do this lap. Actually, I'm gonna do a sector 12 lap again. Redo some of my mistakes. I tightened my pedal, and then I took my helmet off and proceeded to set it down on a table outside of the rental shop, and I left my bike on the lift, and I'm about to sit down on my chair, and I was like holding on to my water bottle, taking a sip. I was like, I'm missing something. So my bike was waiting at the top for me. And oh, that's a new line, that kind of sucks. Holy shit, that was a good whip. Or holy crap. Alright. I'm getting some good whips already. A little bit more confident in my pedals after some tightening. Cause yeah, it's weird. Unclipping mid-jump is not preferred. Oh, I cleared that for the first time. Which means I land flat on that. Jump after. I really didn't try the shark fin until today. So puddle. It's really wet today. Which is nice for grip, but speed is drastically removed. It's like when the pilot in the plane says there's gonna be minor turbulence, and all of a sudden, bam! You're all worried your Sprite or your ginger ale is gonna fall on the floor. Your phone falls off the tray table mid-movie and you miss the best part. And it's like, damn. A little slarpy sharp. Didn't unclip once on that lap, which is good. So, no more adjustments hopefully today. See you next lap. Alright, they're having some issues with the lift, so I'm gonna send something for a final lap. I think I'm gonna do return to sender, get a good few jumps in, because they're not sure if the lift is gonna be open at all. They're gonna, once everybody's loaded, or once everybody's unloaded from the lift, they're gonna stop it for a little bit, and then I'm not sure if it's gonna reopen for the rest of the day. That's a good whip. Alright, let's hope I can get this jump clean. Oh, gonna try a different line on this berm up here. That might be the move. Don't want to case that again. Guess this is a good opportunity to lube my chain too. Maybe it's making some noises I don't care for. Figured out how to absorb that. Holy crap, there's a deer! Deer just sitting right in the middle of the trail. Not a worry in the world. Tried to swerve. Not a great one, but oh, that hurt my ankle. Oh, that was not sketchy at all. All right. Not sure if that's the last lap or not. Hopefully not, but well, if not, either way, see you next lap. All right, we are back. I'm gonna do a featherless lap. I adjusted the settings on my camera from wide to ultra wide, hoping it doesn't have too much of a fisheye effect, but if it does, not the end of the world. Not really worried about it. And I also adjusted my camera mount, so it's a little bit lower. It's turned out to be a beautiful day. Had a nice lunch. I brought in chips with a root beer from Bunkers on the Legend Golf Course. Oh, case that. Ooh. Almost went over the berm there. Oh! That whip was pretty good. Alright, that is Featherly's. See you next lap. Alright, wrong way. We are doing a return to sender lap. Had it in my head I was gonna do a sector lap for some reason. If I can figure out this damn pedal. I think I need to put some chain lube on. Not appreciating some of the noises my chain is making, so hey, there's no deer here this time. Oh, it's not a Hypno one. Alright, that was return to sender. I'm gonna lube my chain, and I'll see you next lap. Alright, this lap we are actually going to hit sector finally. Instead of just saying we are and hitting sender because I don't know how to tack. I would be ripping Goliath, but, well, trail closed. Which is a bummer because Goliath is one of my favorite trails. All the tech trails are closed. Because of who knows why they're closed. I'm guessing it's because of the rain. Washed out some dirt, so it got really actually kind of figuring out my whips now. Oh, straight to flat. Ooh, that part sucks. Alright, that was Sector 12. And I will see you next lap. Alright, for this lap we are gonna hit... should I hit Cinder or Featherlies? I'm gonna hit Cinder. I'll hit Featherlies next lap. Oh, I missed it. Alright, now we're hitting I don't like the jump on that, so I just try to gap the knuckles. Which works out pretty good usually. right, that was return to sender, and I will see you guys next lap. All right, we are going to do a sector 12 lap. Make sure I'm all clipped in. Then I might go do a Ribbits lap, to be completely honest. Actually,
hold up. Wait a minute.
You know what? I am gonna go do a Ribbits lap. Haven't rode Ribbits in a while. There's some pretty good jumps on it, so. Sector also has some pretty good jumps, but I've been riding those all day. Whereas Ribbits, I have not rode an actual lift lap of Ribbits. I've done climb up Kitty Cat, then ride Ribbits, but that's about it. So we take this way. Nice slurp. And hop on to Ribbit 1. So there is 3 Ribbits trails. Ribbits 1 is probably the best. Ribbit 2 is probably the worst. There's like one jump on it and it really sucks. Landing is not good. And Ribbit 3 is pretty good. Only problem is the way back kind of sucks because it goes into the cross-country trails. But I like these jumps, so there's like 5 in total, and most of them are on Ribbits 3. And if you can't tell, the Ribbits trails intertwine with Tadpole almost the whole way down. They're pretty much the same trail. There's just very slight differences. Ribbits 2 has more fun downhill, I guess you could say. Berms are better. It's Tadpole. They're still, they're not the worst berms, but they're not great. Now this is a new section right here. They built that this season, I believe. And now we get into the fast section and one of the worst jumps in the bike. Gotta make sure to not unclip mid-jump. It's very important. At least I know how to recover from it since I've accidentally done it a lot. It's not as big of a deal if I do it on my race bike, because usually I'm not hitting too many jumps and they're double-sided pedals, whereas these are only one-sided pedals. Now we're on Ribbits 3. Start with that fun feature and this jump, which is pretty good. Good swiping berm. Nice jump. I believe there's 1 or 2 more jumps left. Yep, there's one right here. That might be it. Other than rollers you can jump off of. Have to jump, I guess. That's the better way to hit that trail than Burma. It's kind of rutted out and stuff. Now the way back, I believe we're on Norway. Maybe boot camp. Now we're on boot camp for sure. Back to the lift, which is not a short ride, but it's not too far. It's one of those kick her into a low gear and grind it out. There's this fun feature. It's just a really small rock roll thing. There's another feature up here. Can almost never get enough speed and it kind of sucks. There's another bridge. Some big rollers. And then a uphill. And soon we will meet up with Leapfrog and Tadpole and Sector 12. Just rock garden. And we're almost back. There's some rollers. I believe that is the Leapfrog connection. And I believe Tadpole and Leapfrog connect a little bit farther up the trail. Then there's a fast downhill section after this little uphill. It's right up here. And then we will be at Sector 12. Alright, Sector 12, right there. And the Chamonix lift that connects up to, most people ride it up to go down the Garmisch Terrain Park in the winter. And I will see you next lap. Alright, we are gonna go back and hit Featherlies. I'm gonna try to learn how to manual that. I've seen some of my friends do it. It looks really cool. having a nice whip thrown out there. Happy there's no disc golfers out today. Ooh. Alright, that was Featherly's, and I will see you next lap. Actually, it feels like no, I don't. Hey, that was Featherly's. Yeah, we'll see you guys next lap. Alright, we are going to hit Sender. I was sitting there at the sign, waiting to figure out what trail I was gonna do. Then I started to fall over. I was clipped in with my left foot. I just wiped out in front of a whole group of people. Alright. Not really in a rush on this section ever. So I'm not gonna hit that jump until I have a riding partner again. Alright, there's no deer here again. That's good. Oh, I love that step down. Alright, that was Return to Sender, and I will see you later, I'll see you on the next lap. Alright, we are gonna do a Featherly's lap. Kind of stick with the theme of riding over here. It is around 1:30, 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. I've been riding since about 10:30, 11. Still a good couple of hours of riding. According to the sign, Tech Night is closed, but it doesn't should be. Whoa. Oh! Ow! Oh! Oh! Alright. That did not feel good. Tire went over the berm. Just absolutely wiped out. Let's get off the trail in case anybody's coming. Bars really turned. Other than that, nothing really wrong. Alright. Ooh, my brake lever is really bent down. Alright, let's get down to the bottom and I'm gonna take a little break and get right back to it. Oh, yeah, I just slid off the edge of that berm right there and smacked the ground. And I bent my... Need to adjust that again. Alright. I was ripping until it wasn't. But... I'm going to take the rest of the lap easy because my brakes are twisted. They're not twisted, but they're different. Alright. Alright, that was a good run other than wiping out. Hit some. Alright, Nolan out. And I will see you next lap.